What's going on? Welcome. You are now tuning into The Great Listener. Today, we're just going to be talking a little bit about how to raise your emotional intelligence in small, bite sized chunks. Recently, I know you guys have been hearing a lot about the 75 hard and what have you, which I think is great. But I'm more interested in helping you have three micro habits to get you to that place. This 75 hard, I've been seeing a lot of people be successful, but even more people being unsuccessful. And the goal isn't, of course, for you to stop doing healthy things to move you forward. The goal is that you're actually seeing incremental growth. So, some of the micro habits that I have in mind today, the first one I'd like to share is name it to tame it. This one is definitely going to help with your emotional intelligence. Name it to tame it is kind of just waiting till you get to the end of your day. And right before you go to bed, you kind of ponder, what did I feel the most strongly today? What type of emotion? Throughout our days, we have multiple emotions, but when we can pause for a minute and highlight the greatest emotion we felt, it gives us more of an opportunity to reflect and say, okay, this is a feeling that I had. It gets our mind going. And, naming emotions activates your frontal cortex. And as it activates your frontal cortex, it changes your stress response. So taking one step by pausing before you go to bed and saying, what was my strongest emotion that I felt today? Micro habit number 2. This would be the 1 minute pause. I love this because it catches you off guard, but in a good way. So you just set a timer in your phone. You can set your timer for multiple times. I'd say probably 3 or 4 times a day. Set a timer throughout the day sporadically. And at that time, when the timer goes off, you pause in that minute. You pause in that moment. And as you pause in that moment, you just be present and take a deep breath. 3 deep breaths to be more accurate. At this point, you can ask yourself, well, what do I feel emotionally right now? This is going to help you be more self-aware and also have a higher level of emotional intelligence, because sometimes we get into a space where we don't even remember our emotions because we're so heightened or we're moving through it so quickly that we forget how we feel. So this forces us to slow down in that moment. And let's say in that moment you're feeling calm, but it's good to take a minute, take a few deep breaths and recognize, wow, okay, in this moment I feel calm. What made me feel calm? What were the things that I was doing during that time? So everything is working for you, not against you, even if you were calm or if you were out of control. It's a great moment when you're out of control, feeling emotions that are super heightened or super low on a level of what you're feeling and being able to process that. Micro habit number 3. So this is one of my favorites. It really embodies being vulnerable. I'm big on vulnerability. So this is going to cause you to, or it's going to challenge you to reach out to people. It's going to challenge you to step out of your comfort zone a little bit. Some of you guys are a little bit extrovert, so it's not a big deal, but you may not have done this. So some say do this every day. I'll say if you can do it for 2 days or 3 days a week, since you're doing the other things, other 2 habits, try to do this 3 times a week. That's the challenge. What I'm asking you to do is send a message to 3 people. So each person you send a message to, you're going to think of 3 things. 3 things that you appreciate about them. After you come up with the 3 things that you appreciate about them, you'll text them, call them, and then you'll highlight 1 thing that they've taught you emotionally. Okay, so you may not know 3 people that have taught you something emotionally, but you can always find something that they've taught you. You can always find something that allowed you to recognize them that has impacted your life. So that can mean, let's say you have a friend that always has a calm demeanor or always has a positive attitude. That is an example of them teaching you something emotionally. You may have a friend that doesn't get into drama. That's also something you can highlight. The cool thing about what you're doing and showing generosity by showing others why you appreciate them, it creates oxytocin within you. And the more oxytocin you have, the better relationships you have. The more generous you want to be. The more invested you are in helping others. So it's an amazing opportunity and a micro habit to get used to. Because the more you show that generosity to others, the more you become excited to be more generous. And you also, in turn, get other people in the space of being more generous. So what is a world now with more generous people? Think about it. Well, we've gotten to where we are because of the generosity of others. So it starts with what you choose to do. Starts with what I choose to do. So those are 3 micro habits that will raise your EQ to another level and ultimately improve your life. Peace. This is The Great Listener. Love to hear how many of you guys have tried it out. So once you've chosen at least one of these micro habits, put what happened in the chat. Let me know how it worked out for you. Let me know any comments, feedback that you have. And if you have any ideas or if you have any ideas or struggles that you're going through and you would like for me to discuss, leave a comment. Talk to you soon. Peace. The Great Listener.